Well, 2 years ago today, the city of Hoboken shut down bars and restaurants in response to COVID.
In the end, Hoboken became the model, really, that other cities quickly followed. And now with the country turning that corner on COVID, we are checking in once again with Hoboken Mayor Bhalla on the lessons learned over the last 2 years. And Mayor Bhalla joining us now live. Good to see you again.
How are you, Dan? Good morning.
And, I remember talking to you in the very beginning of this, and I couldn't believe exactly what we were talking about, right? March 15th, 2020, one confirmed case of COVID in Hoboken, and we were talking about shutting the entire city down, bars, restaurants. So where does Hoboken stand today when it comes to COVID rates and vaccinations and just life coming back to normal?
Yeah, well, it was what might have seemed like an extreme decision back then. Thankfully, turned out to be the right one in the long term in terms of shutting down the bars and restaurants. And we've really learned to be a more resilient community. We've always been guided since that first decision to shut down the bars and restaurants by science and data and the best information available to us to protect the public and save human lives. We've still, 2 years later, been guided by those exact same principles. Today, the state of the city is one that's great. We have a 75% vaccination rate for all adults. And we'd encourage people who've taken that step to get vaccinated to go ahead and take that additional step to get boosted as well.
So you've loosened the COVID restrictions. So how are the businesses recovering now they've done that?
Well, we've really tried to integrate innovation to our strategy to uplift the businesses. We've injected money through federal funding to help businesses that have suffered through the pandemic. And we've also utilized our streetscapes, our parks, to really open up businesses to utilize public land to make sure that they can operate their businesses in a safe and healthy manner.
Is that one of the changes? What are some of the permanent changes, I guess, that really you made in the city of Hoboken that will last now because of COVID?
Well, open space has always been critical to Hoboken, and what we've done is really up the ante on investing in open space and making sure that we have additional parks online. Parklets and streeteries, as you can see, were a temporary thing, but we just adopted a permanent ordinance to make them a thing to stay. A great in terms of open space and how we can help residents in the future.
Well, COVID uncovered a lot of disparities, though, in medical care and access. So how will that issue be addressed in Hoboken moving forward?
We continue to require assistance from the federal government, not just the city of Hoboken, but cities across the United States. So expanding Medicare, access to Medicare for all, I think is critical. Getting another round of funding that we've utilized here at the local level for healthcare, but healthcare also starts with a good meal. Food insecurity, a large problem. We've invested in our volunteers at the Hoboken Food Pantry, who've done a phenomenal job in making sure that if you need food, if you need a meal, if you need assistance, we're here for you as a community. We've done that, and we want to continue to do that.
You're talking about the business district, and Washington Street is really the heart of Hoboken, right? With so many bars and restaurants along. It's a big week. It's St. Patrick's Week. Usually Hoboken is a place to be for St. Patrick's Day. So now that we are talking about everything being reopened, is it business as usual this week with that big pub crawl that you usually see?
Yeah, well, that was last week, the pub crawl, which Hoboken on a weekend to weekend, week to week basis. If you come here, it's vibrant. The stores are open, retail stores, small businesses, restaurants, bars, shops. We are open for business. You see the buzz in the street. The restaurants are packed, and we've learned a lot of lessons. You get tested, make sure you get boosted if you're already vaccinated, and learning to intelligently live with COVID and empowering residents with the tools to do so safely and effectively.
Now, Ms. Mayor, we're running out of time, but we do want to ask you, last week in the State of the City address, you also proposed building a new public safety complex. What role did COVID actually play in making that a priority for you?
it really emphasized to us how important our frontline workers are to our community, not just every day, but especially in a crisis like COVID. We owe it to our public safety officials, whether it's police, fire, Office of Emergency Management, to have the best possible facilities to protect the public. So that's why we're moving forward with this bold and visionary initiative to make sure that we do justice to our frontline workers who are there for us when we needed their help the most.
Yep. Very good. Well, just like you, they were out there every single day. Mayor Bhalla, appreciate you coming back with some of the highlights now. It's always good to talk to you.
Thank you. Glad to be here.